Today's sponsor is us at Blackout Coffee. It is our 4th anniversary sale. The sale ends at the end of this month. If you put 3 items, whether it's coffee, tea, or hot chocolate, into your cart, we're going to give you one of those for free because we are very grateful for your support of this very pro-2A, pro-freedom company. There's not many of us. There's a handful of employees. We are Americans. We are in America, and we are making the best coffee in the world. Don't believe me? Try it. Check out blackoutcoffee.com/GNG and use code 4, the number 4, years. No spaces, 4, YEARS. Again, not much time left. blackoutcoffee.com/GNG. 21 Democrats have just submitted a retreaded bill called the Gun Violence Prevention and Safe Communities Act. While the new version has not been printed yet, I'm going to tell you what it looks to do. It looks to raise the excise tax on firearms and ammunition in order to fund gun control initiatives. That's right. Steal money from the people exercising their Second Amendment rights lawfully and legally to try to fund a way to make sure they can't have them anymore. You just can't make this stuff up. Now, I'm going to tell you that the way they pitch this is going to make some people in Congress go, this seems reasonable. But I'm here to tell you it's not. They say things like the excise tax hasn't been increased in 103 years. They say that assault-style weapons, they're not taxed, when they're absolutely lying. Every firearm and ammunition has an excise tax built into it. It's 10%. Has been for a long time, and they want to raise that. So here are some of the things that they're saying to try to justify this bill that's probably going to get some Republican support because of the way they're pitching this. On screen, you can see some of the things they're pitching. The Gun Violence Prevention and Safe Communities Act would apply the federal excise firearms tax to assault weapon frames and receivers. If these frames and receivers are firearms under the Gun Control Act, they should be firearms under the tax code. These firearms are made a complete gun by attaching the parts using just 2 pins, are one of the popular types of firearms sold, meaning we can steal so much tax money with this, and are extremely dangerous as evidenced by their ability to chamber a mid-size rifle round capable of penetrating the ballistic armor worn by most police officers and by their use in multiple mass shootings. They also want to increase the federal excise tax on guns and ammunition by just 0.5% to create guaranteed annual funding for gun violence prevention. Specifically, this 0.5% increase in the gun and ammunition taxes would yield stable revenue of approximately $20 to $38 million each year into the Gun Violence Prevention Trust Fund. So we're going to take money from the people doing it the right way and use that money to take their rights away. At least try to. And they want to index to inflation the occupational and transfer taxes related to firearms. This is crazy too. Under the National Firearms Act, importers, manufacturers, and dealers of firearms pay a special occupational tax, and weapons owners pay transfer taxes. These taxes were last increased between 34 to 88 years ago. The change aligns the taxes with inflation. Now, I mentioned they want to take this extra money that they want to steal from citizens and use it for anti-gun programs, specifically 4 of them. Here they are on the screen. The Community-Based Violence Intervention and Prevention, the Gun Violence Research, Hate Crimes Data Collection, Prevention and Enforcement, and Forensics Examiner Training to improve gun crime clearance rates. Also in this chart are the excise taxes that have been on the books for quite some time. You can see what they are and when they were enacted, as well as what they want to change them to now. Now, whenever I put out information on a bill, I want you to hear from the mouths of the people who have introduced this, and today will be no different. Representative Bill Pascrell, who is a Democrat from New Jersey, said this: "Gun violence continues to threaten communities from coast to coast, and Congress has a responsibility to stem the crisis. After decades of inaction, raising the tax on firearms would provide an offset to the massive costs to society of gun violence, exactly as taxes on alcohol and tobacco have successfully done. At the same time, this legislation would provide critical resources to our badly strapped state and local police forces, community anti-violence programs, and gun violence research. This bill would be a down payment on safeguarding our children, our communities, and our future. It is the type of solution the American people demand. And the other person who submitted this bill is Representative Danny Davis, and he is a Democrat out of Illinois, and he said, "The gun violence crisis in America inflicts epidemic harm on individuals, families, and communities, and the federal government must substantially invest in gun violence prevention. Not one penny of current federal excise taxes on guns and ammunition goes to the gun violence prevention." Yeah, duh. Why would you want to fund the ability to take stuff away from lawful things? Makes no sense. Further, the federal gun tax has remained the same for over 100 years, and the ammunition tax is the same as it was during World War II. The Gun Violence Prevention and Safe Communities Act is an important part of comprehensive gun violence prevention because it creates guaranteed annual funding to stop gun violence via a small increase of 0.5% in existing excise gun and ammunition taxes. This bill also closes a major loophole in tax law that allows many assault-type weapons to evade taxes altogether. This bill is an important step in ensuring federal investment every year to make our communities safer. This legislation is supported by Brady, Everytown, the Major City Chiefs of Police Association, the Newtown Action Alliance, and the Violence Policy Center groups. And you can see here on the screen the rest of the 21 Democrats who have backed this bill as it was submitted. So I'll have a link down to their little presser, but the actual new verbiage has not been printed yet by the Library of Congress. Once it is, I'll come back and put the link down below for you like I always do. Let me know. I already know. I can hear you already. Let me know what you think down below. They want to take taxes that have been already in existence, raise that, steal that difference, and fund programs to take away the very items in which they're taxing. Oh, this government is bananas. Guys and gals, don't forget to check out Blackout Coffee. We only have a couple days left in our 4th anniversary sale. Don't forget, use code 4YEARS at blackoutcoffee.com/GNG. And I want to thank you in your support of Blackout Coffee. Until we see each other again, be safe, stay vigilant, and carry a gun to keep you, your friends, your family, your community safe, because that's what the Second Amendment is for, and that is why they hate us. Let's keep getting them pissed off. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Take care.